Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the divisional round playoffs on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They run a draw here on second down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Bowen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Pennington firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun, Pennington. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but
first
off or
down.
not on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Pennington. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
To throw on 2nd down. Pennington. Throwing for his line back. He's got him complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Back to throw. Pennington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Looking to throw. Pennington. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowen going down the middle, and it's complete. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. And they're going to the ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because his feeling was good, solid performance. Did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Operating from the gun. Bowen. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw on second down. Pennington. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Pennington. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. And
taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Looking to throw on second down. Pennington. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted. To throw on second down. Pennington. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On first down, Pennington. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Pennington firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. In for the score. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. Bowen. One quarter gone in this NFC divisional round matchup. 14-3, that's our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by...
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Off the play fake. Bowen. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's taken to the 26. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Pennington going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. first down.
Operating from the gun, Pennington. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gone! Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Pennington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Lucky 56. Gone! 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 Gone!
On first down, Pennington. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Gone! 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 Gone!
From the gun, Pennington forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Bowen that escapes the sack. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
To throw on second down. Pennington firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down. Pennington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Switch.
Back to throw. Pennington. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 1st and 10. Bowen over the middle, complete. That's Dean. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Looking to throw. Bowen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to walk one. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his these guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the
First down.
conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Brown from the gun. He'll throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Brown to throw on 2nd down. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Detroit! Leopard!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets to the championship round this weekend. We'll get back to you guys and punch a 3rd in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. And it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who are moving on as they were able to knock off the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Watch it now, Marty! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Pennington. And he will find his man on the outside.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Pennington. There's that man again. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
No. Check. Patriot.
Operating from the gun, Pennington. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to the air on second down. Pennington. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run it down out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Now let's go. Blue, Niner.
Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Barney, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down. Pennington. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Detroit! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Bang, 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 bang. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw. Pennington. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on 2nd down. Pennington. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun. Pennington. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Redskins. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowen. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bowen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Lucky 56. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 1st and 10, Pennington. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pennington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw. Pennington. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Bowen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green 39.
From the gun, Bowen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Bowen. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
where Brandon pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Bears on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
From the gun, Pennington. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dean. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a first down.
Here comes the boom.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Bowen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Throwing again. Bowen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bowen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And he's got his man on the out route. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on 1st down. Bowen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
319! 319!
Operating from the gun. Bowen. Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.